Alright, and we are live. Welcome to the channel, guys. This is episode 1, and thanks for tuning in. My name's Adam Abumidin, and today I'm going to be talking about a little bit about myself and a little bit about the brand that I'm building here and what my message is, who I'm trying to reach out to, and what my intentions are, all that fun stuff. So I've actually decided to have a new approach to this and scratch the first episode that I recorded. It was 40 minutes long, so I figured you guys probably don't want to sit there for that long listening to me talk about stuff that you may not be too interested in as of right now. So that's why I decided to come at this again in a little bit of a different way, and I'm just going to really stick to the points and share what I think is important. And when it comes down to it, what I think is important is the 5 W's and the 1 H, which is who, what, where, when, why, and how. So I'll tell you guys all of that about myself and about the brand. I'll try to put it in one so I'm not doing, 2 separate stories, and so I don't end up with a 40-minute episode again, because who knows when you get talking, you can't really time this stuff out too well. So before I get into that, I want to share a little bit about my, my surroundings right now, my situation I'm in, just so you guys can kind of have an idea of what's influencing me, I guess, if that matters to you. If not, then just bear with me for a minute, okay? So I'm standing here recording this episode in an old camper trailer that I have at my house, and it's 6:44 in the morning. I've been out here since 4 a.m., which is I'm really lucky that I managed to get out here at 4, because I planned on coming out here at 12 a.m. Ended up being on the phone, so I got off the phone at 1 a.m. and then I was like, alright, I'll go to the trailer. But I was really cold, so I just got under my blankets for 2 seconds, so I tell myself. Next thing I know, I'm asleep, and I get woken up at 4 o'clock by my dad saying, hey, where's the lights in the trailers on? And so I was super lucky to have been woken up, and oh my god, let me tell you guys, it was crazy how I got woken up, because I was woken out of a dream, mid-dream, and in that dream, this might sound crazy, but all my life, this is no word of a lie. In that dream, I was standing in front of a classroom, giving a presentation about my story, and I was trying to share with the class, which was making me a little nervous, because I'm not, 100% comfortable sharing in front of people and public speaking just yet. So I was sharing in front of my class my story, and the contents that I was telling my class is the same contents that I've been trying to share on this recording that I've been doing over and over again. And in that dream, I got distracted before I finished the presentation. I got taken away from it, and so I got distracted or whatever, so I was doing some random thing, and then I got woken up. Then I was like, holy shit. Because when I got woken up, I just related it to my life so much. The classroom is my audience, you guys who I'm reaching out to, which is what's, the same thing with public speaking and, me worrying about what you guys think. I really relate that. So, not worrying about what you guys think, but, just thinking about it, right? Because, obviously it's, it's not judgment, but it's your appearance. So I was obviously, everyone that has ever been up in front of a camera, they obviously think about what the other person watching the video is thinking about, right? So if that makes sense to you guys. Yeah, so I just thought it was super crazy. I got woken out of this dream, and I was just like, wow, the timing of this it blew my mind. And so now I'm like, I need to finish the story. I can't leave that dream hanging halfway, and it's just, it's really cool. Actually, I had to write it down, because I was like, this is not something I could ever lose and forget. So I ended up just writing it on paper. It was 2 pages long, but wow. Crazy things, guys, crazy things. Life is crazy. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about what's going on right now, and a little bit about my surroundings. Like I said, I'm out here in my backyard, in my trailer. And this trailer is actually where I do all this work out of. When I say this work, I mean the work towards my brand, because I've been building this brand for I'd say about 3 weeks now. So yeah, 3 weeks sounds right. It's September 30th as of today. So it's the morning of September 30th, Monday morning. Fresh week, fresh video, fresh start. And yeah, so I I dropped out of college September 16th. Whoa, just switch it up on you guys real quick. So just don't worry, this relates to what I'm trying to say. Dropped out on the 16th, but I've been trying to record this episode, like the one that I'm in right now, since I don't know, a week before the 16th. So I've known that this is what I want to do for I want to say quite a while, but 3 weeks really isn't that long. So yeah, I've known that I've been wanting to do this, and I've been trying to do it, but I feel as this video is, that's it. It's the final take. I decided, like, I'm just going to work past any mistakes that I make and just, speak with you guys from the heart. So, yeah, why I bring up dropping out of college on the 16th is because I believe that in doing so, in dropping out of college, I started my story and I started my commitment to this lifestyle that I'm going to be living and to this brand that I'm creating and to the message that I want to share with you guys. And that is, it's pretty much to go after your goals. I want to help you guys go after your goals, and I want to help you guys go after your goals by going after my own goals. I want to set an example to people, and I really want to show that it can be done no matter who you are, where you are, what your whole situation is. I just want you to know that you can do it. You just gotta convince yourself you can. You gotta believe in yourself. I'm not trying to sound cheesy here, but it's the facts, okay? So yeah, now that I told you guys I dropped out of college, just dropped that bomb on you out of nowhere, I think I'm ready to share the story that I want to share with you guys in this episode, which is the story of why I've decided to start this brand, why I've decided to start this YouTube channel, this podcast channel, and all my social media accounts for this brand. And so yeah, I guess we'll start with, trying to think of where the best place to start with here is that won't take forever to talk about. Let's start with nice and simple, the name of the brand. So the name of this brand is Stand Out Society, SOS, Stand Out Society, because for two reasons. There's two reasons. Actually, there's now three reasons that I realized that I like this name so much. But yeah, I came up with it for the two main reasons I came up with it are because, sorry guys, excuse me, because, wait for it, drum roll as I take a sip of water. Just because this isn't one of the reasons, but I think it's a really powerful name. Like, you hear that Stand Out Society and you're like, it makes you think. Like, it just makes you stop and think for a sec, like, Stand Out Society. Like, does he mean stand out of society, or this is a society of, like, stand-outers? Like, what does it mean, okay? So, yeah, that's why I like it. It's just pretty powerful to me. But, yeah, the first reason I named it that is because, like I just mentioned, I think that we should all stand out of society. And when I say stand out of society, I don't mean just become a crackhead. Sorry to the crackheads that are watching this, but no, like, you know what I mean by crackhead, guys. So I don't mean, like, be completely wacko and just ditch your old life and become a completely new person. Well, if that's what you want to do, then absolutely go for it. But, like, don't go crazy by standing out of society. What I mean by standing out of society is to stop listening what people are telling you to do, to stop listening to what society is telling you to do, to stop completely listening to school, the news, what politics are telling you. Like, just stop listening to society and start listening to yourself. That's what I mean by stand out society. And that's the first reason that I like this name. And the second reason I like this name was because, like I just mentioned also, it's kind of like we're creating a little society of people that are standing out. So the way I see it, this is not really just a brand. It's actually a movement, and that's my goal. I want to create a movement, and the only way I do that is with you guys. So I want us to create a movement. And yeah, I think that if we can all stand out and show that standing out is the right thing to do for people that want to stand out. There's some people that are perfectly happy with their life, just blending in and doing their day-to-day activities, and that's perfectly fine. But I feel like those aren't entirely the people that are going to be watching my content anyways. So yeah, I want to create a society of creators that stand out, and we can do that together, I truly believe, with some time, with some patience, and with consistency. and with commitment to this goal, which I am committed to. So yeah, that's a little bit about the name. Those are the two reasons why I came up with it. And also, I just really liked the short form, which is SOS, because SOS, save our souls, you know what I mean? But it's actually just Standout Society. But yeah, I like this. For those that can't see the video that I'm sharing right now, I like this SOS style of writing that I've created for it. It's probably going to be seeing that a lot because that's going to be on my profile photos and who knows, on clothes, or we'll see what we do in the future with that. But you will be seeing a lot of it. So for those that can't see the video and are on podcast, it's just S.O.S, except they're not curvy S's and curvy O's. They're like straight lined S's. So it's like a line with a 45-degree angle down, and then 45-degree and 45-degree making an S, if you can picture that. So yeah, that's what the logo of this brand will be. Alright, so let's see how long we are into this video. Damn, 11:11. Wow, that's crazy. So we've been recording for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. So I'll try to speed this up a little bit. I'm going to try to finish this video at around 20 minutes. I think cutting my old video in half sounds about right to me, and I don't think you guys would be too bothered with that. You probably are bothered about me just rambling on about pointless stuff, so let me get to it. The who, the what, the where, the when, and the why. So, for the who, I just really wanted to share a little bit about myself, and I think I didn't really do that. I just took you guys back to when I was born, but I'll just touch base on what's important. So, born in Newmarket, Ontario. That's where I was born. Shortly after that, I moved to a little town, Alliston, Ontario. So I grew up in a small town, and as soon as high school was over, as soon as I was 17 years old, I moved out of the house and I went to college in Pembroke, which is the Ottawa Valley, for those that don't know. I went to school for outdoor adventure there, and then just because it was kind of like my hobby, I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for, and I was like, you know what, I'm really interested in the outdoors. I live on a farm here, so it's something I was familiar with, and yeah, so I figured can't go wrong with that. I went to school for outdoor adventure, and by December, I realized this is not something I want to do with my life. This is not something I could make a career out of. This is just something that I like to have fun with, right? So ended up, I didn't complete that program, and I ended up moving home, working for the winter, and yeah, that was that. Then year 2 came along, so I went to school for business in Ottawa, Algonquin College, and I actually was waitlisted for the business program. So I wasn't able to get in. This isn't too important, so I'll just skip through it here. I wasn't able to get in. Ended up taking a general arts and science class so I could do some classes, get them on my transcript for when I did go into business, just less work for me to do. But then after the first semester, I fractured my back in a snowboarding accident. And then I was like, okay, school is the last thing I want to put up with right now, especially for a program that isn't too important to me. So dropped out of that after the first semester, worked at Shoppers Drug Mart, and there is a story behind the Shoppers Drug Mart job. That's why I brought it up. I'm not going to touch base on that on this episode because kind of a long story, kind of an interesting story, but yeah. That's for another time, guys. So yeah, I worked at Shoppers Drug Mart, and then I moved home because I was like, you know what? I'm done paying rent. I'm moving back in. So moved home around June, maybe July. This summer I moved in. And I decided to go to school in Georgian College, which is in Barrie, a town or a little city near my town. So about 20 minutes from my house, and I figured if I go to school there, I can cut all my living expenses. Well, not all of them, but I won't have to pay for rent. I won't have to pay for, hydro, water. I won't really have to pay for food. Like, sure, I'll help out, with the fam whenever I can. But, yeah, just way cheaper, and I figured I'm going into my 20s. I need to start saving up. So I'm at the age where, I started thinking a lot about how I need to save my money and how I can save my money. And I read somewhere that the best way to save up money is to eliminate your biggest expense. Rent was my biggest expense, so I was like, you know what, moving home, taking advantage of what it has to offer. So I started going to school here at Georgian College for automotive business, and it was a specialized business program. and I knew 100% this is what I want to do with my career because I want to work with cars. Cars are my passion, well, one of my passions. But yeah, so I was like, this is perfect for me. And it's actually the number one automotive school in all of Ontario. So I was like, this is a great opportunity. I'm, super privileged to be able to do this. To have this so close to my home and, so cheap, so convenient. Anyways, yeah, so after about a week of being in school, just over a week, yeah, so about 10 days, so almost 2 weeks, week and a half, I started thinking a lot and a lot and a lot about my future and what I wanted to do with my life. And one of those things was definitely work with cars, which was a good thing I'm in school for that, right? But another one of the things was I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to like make money on my own. I want to kind of like just hustle. And when I say hustle, I just mean like do a bunch of side jobs and just work any way that I can for money. So like freelancing online, which is for those that don't know or aren't familiar with the term, that's just like doing jobs online that get you money. So like anything, for example, like reading an audiobook or listening to an audiobook and typing it out, right? Just stuff like that. Anything that you can do that will get you money, providing services online. So yeah, I started thinking a lot about what I would do to make money online. And the more I thought about it, the more it started to make sense and the more I realized I could do it. And so I started setting goals and I had all these ideas on my mind. I started writing my ideas down and I realized how passionate I was about it. And then I also started to realize that if I commit more time to this than I do to school, well then these goals, they can come to be a lot more like real. How do I want to say this? If I decide to put my focus on my goals, I think my goals I can come to see them complete. So like I think I can complete my goals by focusing on them, not by just having them as goals in the background. So I started thinking a lot about school and I was weighing out if I should go to school or if I shouldn't. And I found 5 reasons why I should go to school, about 50 reasons why I shouldn't. And I was like, okay, I'm going to drop out of school, right? Let me just check on time here. Okay, so we're at 17 minutes. I'll share this with you guys real quick. So I was debating whether to go to school or not, and I started telling people when I was debating that I was thinking about not going to school. And when I say telling people, I just mean the people close to me, like my family and my close friends. And every single person, actually, yeah, you know what? Every single person. I was going to say probably not everyone, but every single person that I went to. Oh, you know what? Probably not everyone's the right answer because, yeah, some of my, I have 3 sisters, so, yeah. My oldest she was helping me out with that, kind of supporting the decision of not going to school. And the other, if you guys are watching this to my other sisters, it's not like they weren't supporting it. They just weren't telling me that it was the right idea. They weren't telling me it was the wrong idea either. So thanks for that, guys. But yeah, so most people that I brought this up to, they told me, no, I should not follow that idea of not going to school. I should stick to, having that security and getting my diploma and just staying on the right track and doing what I need to do, which is go to school. So every time I brought up why I didn't want to go to school, people weren't too interested. They just kind of told me why I shouldn't go to school. They didn't really want to hear me out. They just wanted me to hear them out, right? So, like, every time I'd go out and, like, the topic of school would come up or the topic of my future would come up, what I want to do, I would go home feeling like shit. Like, straight up. I'd go home, I would be full of self-doubt, and that's it. Like, I wouldn't believe in myself. I'd be super passionate about my goals and super passionate about my future and where I could go. And then that was taken away from me every time that I'd be associating with these people that, told me I couldn't do that or couldn't see why I would want to do that, which were, like my friends. And when I say family, not my sisters entirely, but my parents too. They don't really understand the whole not going to school thing, but I understand that because in the old times, things were done differently. But we're no longer in the old times, and right now, we have all the information that we could possibly want right at our fingertips, right here on our smartphones, right here on our laptops. So I figured, you know what? To hell with it. I am dedicating my life right now to my goals, and I'm dedicating all my time and all my effort and all my energy on myself. Why should I listen to everyone else when it's my life, right? They don't know what's best for me. So what I decided to do is just spend all my time, all my free time, teaching myself what I need to learn through, obviously, podcast videos and like mentorship, online courses, stuff like that. So any way that I really can, any way that'll benefit me. Because I decided that one of the reasons that I was actually thinking about not going to school, I decided, why should I let a professor teach me about business when he's never actually went out there and started his own business? He's just stood in front of a class and talked about it his whole life. And that is the case. That was the case. It's not always the case, but it was the case for me and my professor. So it didn't make sense to me. I figured I'm going to go out and find someone that's actually started a business like the business that I want to start one day and go and learn from him, have him as a mentor, learn from his mistakes, you know, someone that's actually had real world experience, not just practical experience. So that's one of the things that I decided to do. We're not going to touch base on what it is exactly that I'm doing instead of school, other than just learning what I need to learn to do what I want to do. But now, I think that's enough about myself, guys. We are at the 20-minute mark, I'm sure. Yeah, 21 minutes into this video. I've shared enough about myself, okay? I feel like I might be talking too fast. If I am, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to run through this because I'm really new to this, so it's not like I can just get right to the points that I want to talk about. I kind of have to like beat around it and work to it. It's a lot harder than it seems to record a video about the simplest thing, which is why I'm starting this channel, than it seems. And I hope you guys can understand that. I hope you guys will bear with me, and I hope you guys are still listening, because I'm sure some of you guys have already left, and that's all right. For the ones that have, I hope they found what they're looking for. For the ones that have still stuck with me here, past the 20-minute mark, thank you. I really appreciate you. I hope you know that. And I hope you're one of the ones that stick with me to see what we do together. But yeah, let's get to this brand, this podcast channel, this YouTube channel, why I've started this. So the reason I started this movement, I'll call it, it's really because I want to help as many people as I possibly can to go after their goals. And I want to do that by doing it, like I said in the beginning of this video. And I believe that the way I can reach out to the most people possible is if I start right now. So I feel like I need to start now. And like I say need, not want, but I truly feel like I need to start this now. Because right now, I'm just a broke 20-year-old young adult. I'm so used to saying 19 because when I started all these videos, that's how I was starting. I was like, you know what, guys, I'm a broke 19-year-old, so if I can do this, if I can go after my goals, so can you. So I'm a broke 19-year-old, okay, and I have goals, and I think we all should have goals. We all probably do have goals, but I figured when I get to my goals, because I will get to my goals, because I'm not going to quit until I do, I'm like, I want to share my story and help people get to their goals. But why should I wait until I get to my goals, wait until I start seeing results, and then share my story? Because then at that point, I'll just be like every other self-made millionaire on Instagram, selling their courses for $97 on sale with their Lamborghinis and stuff in the background, trying to sell their business for what seems like their own benefit, really. I figured the best way and the most authentic way I can reach out to you guys, to my supporters, is by just sharing my story and being myself. And even if that means I'm starting this off as a 20-year-old kid with no money, no car, no experience, no phone. I'm just telling you guys a little bit about like the situation I'm in, like financially and all that. So, because I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. When I say no phone, I do have a phone, but it's an iPhone 5. Like, it's 2019 and I'm using an iPhone 5. It's rough, okay? So, yeah, I think that this way I can just share who I truly am, and people will be able to relate to that, because I know that there's way more people out there who are broke and struggling, just like I am, than there are people who are successful and happy right now, so happy with their position in life, where they are. So yeah, by starting this right now with nothing, where I am, I think that I can help you guys by just documenting the process of, in my case, becoming an entrepreneur. In your case, if it doesn't have to be becoming an entrepreneur, you could be a business owner, just any sort of content creator, like artist, like anyone with a dream that wants to go after their dream. I'm here to help you do that, and I'm just gonna help you by doing it. Like, I just want to I'm trying not to repeat myself here, guys, but yeah, I want to inspire as many people as I can, and I believe that by starting this where I am today, right now, I can do that. And even if it means I won't see results instantly, which I know I won't, I know that in the long run, this is the right thing to do, because when I'm showing results and when people are asking me, how did you do that? How can I do that? I'm just going to take them back to this first video. I'll be like, get to know me here, and then go from here. Follow my videos, see how I was able to do it, see how I, along the way, was able to help people do it. Because I want to set goals, not just financially. I want to set goals in all aspects of life. And as I set those goals and as I work towards those goals, I want to share how I'm getting to them, how you can get to them, and kind of what you need to do along the way, the starting steps. And trust me, like, the starting steps, where I am right now and where a lot of people are, where majority of the people are, those are the hardest parts, I feel like. I mean, I say that now, I'm going to look back at myself and be like, what were you talking about? You were barely getting into it. But it is the hardest parts, because it's such a different lifestyle than you're living. And it's so hard to get into a new routine and to create a new self-image and to ignore all the doubt and all the judgment and everything that's trying to stop you. To get past that, that's your biggest obstacle to start. Once you get moving, that's when you'll start to really be happy, see results, and that's when you'll be satisfied. And you'll be satisfied whenever you see. Everyone's going to be satisfied at different points. That's when I'll be satisfied, okay? Let me just speak it. And yeah, so let me just try to wrap this up for you guys. I'm sure we're way too far into this video and I'm rambling on. So yeah, we're 27 minutes in. I'll just cut it at 30 minutes. I know I said 20, but here I am. Unprofessional. Well, I shouldn't say unprofessional, but kind of unprofessional, because I'm not sticking to my time limits. And you know what? We'll work on that. I'll work on that. I will get better with time. I'm sure of it. But yeah, so let me just take a quick look through my book here, which just shares the who, what, where, when, whys that I wanted to share in this video, and see if there's anything I missed on that I think is important enough to add into this video here. Let me see. How? Okay, perfect. Yeah, the last thing I'll touch base on is the how I want this channel to work, and kind of like how I'm going to share my message to you guys through the audio and video files. So what I want to do, this is not right away, okay? So by the time you're watching this, I'm probably going to be doing this already. But if you're one of the first people who's watching this video, then this isn't going to be happening in the first week, the first 2 weeks of this channel. I'm going to build up to this in the first month, the first 2 months, okay? So what I want to do, though, is I want to post 3 videos weekly. The first video, I wanted to include my progress and motivation. So I want that to be on the Monday. I'll call it Motivation Monday. I'm just going to post with you guys what I'm doing and what you can do if you're at this point in your life, or, you know, in going after your goals, and everything before it. It won't just be the point that I'm at. It'll be the point I'm at, and before that, how to get to the point that I'm at. And motivation, like I said. So that'll be the first video of the week. The second video, it'll be... What did I want in the second video? Okay, so yeah, it was a recommendation video. So what I want to do every week is I want to recommend videos to you guys. Sounds kind of odd, I know, but like, I'm going to dedicate making a whole video just to giving you guys links and different people. Like, I'll give you guys influencers, channels, episodes, articles, like anything that I think can help you get to your goal that's not through me. So technically it will be through me because I'm giving you their links or whatever, but I think that there's other people that can help you way more than I can right now. So I want to link you guys to those people, the people that have helped me, and the people that I truly think can help you. So I'll dedicate it to like certain people looking for certain things every week. It'll be different. it'll all be under the same category, which is personal development, just, you know, self-growth, all that. Same thing, obviously. But yeah. So before I keep rambling on, let me go to the third video that I want to have every week. So for the third video, I just kind of want it to be like a spontaneous positivity video or episode. And what I mean by that is there's no real guideline for what I want in that video. All I know is that I want it to be some sort of positive message to you guys, even if that's just me vlogging what I do day to day, because I like to have fun. I like to go out. I like to make people's day in any way that I can every day. I try to go out and make someone smile, and I try to, just bring people up. And I want to do that to you guys too. So, yeah, I'm gonna do in that not recommendation video, because that's the second video, but in that spontaneous third video of the week, I'm gonna do things like I said, vlogs. I'll do different collaborations with people. I'll do social experiments, just any sort of. I also want to do suggested videos from you guys. So if you guys have any recommendations on what you think I should do, then I'll take in all of those and make a video out of it. So yeah, that's what I want to do for the third video. Now, before you guys get way too annoyed with me and get yourself out of this video, because we are at 31 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with me. I know I said that already. I know I said I appreciate you, but I truly do. This is the start of something. I believe this is the start of something amazing. And I say that not just because this is me going after my goals, but it's because this is the start of a movement that will help as many people as it possibly can. And I'm not looking at this as, oh, I want to have 5,000 subscribers in a month. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm dedicated to building this over time. I don't care if it takes me 5 months. I don't care if it takes me 5 years. I don't care how long it takes. I'm sticking with this, and I hope you guys stick with this too. I hope you guys can give me feedback on my videos too. Like, not just if you like it, but if you don't like it, just let me know what you didn't like. Like compliments, yes, they're amazing. Thank you so much, because it shows you what your audience is liking. But sometimes criticism is worth some more than compliments. So I'm not saying roast me in the comments, please don't. But let me know what you think I should work on, and we'll definitely focus on that and try to make it better for the future videos. So with that being said, welcome to Standout Society. I really hope you enjoy what's coming. I'm super excited. I'm so pumped. I've never been so pumped and so ready to do something in my life. And yeah, let's see what we can do, guys. We're gonna tear shit up, and yeah, we're gonna change life. And I hope that in changing my life, I can help you change your life. Thank you so much, guys. Easy.